I don't give a damn for a man that can only spell a word one way. A person who won't read has no advantage over one who can't read. Action speaks louder than words, but not nearly as often. Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Alright, then, I'll go to hell. But who prays for Satan? Who, in 18 centuries, has had the common humanity to pray for the one sinner that needed it most? Buy land, they're not making it anymore. Cauliflower is nothing but cabbage with a college education. Civilization is the limitless multiplication of unnecessary necessities. Classic. A book which people praise and don't read. Denial isn't just a river in Egypt. Don't go around saying the world owes you a living. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. Familiarity breeds contempt, and children. Get your facts first, then you can distort them as you please. Giving up smoking is the easiest thing in the world. I know because I've done it thousands of times. Go to heaven for the climate, hell for the company. God made the idiot for practice, and then he made the school board. He is useless on top of the ground, he ought to be under it, inspiring the cabbages. I was gratified to be able to answer promptly, and I did. I said I didn't know. It ain't those parts of the Bible that I can't understand that bother me, it is the parts that I do understand. The more things are forbidden, the more popular they become. The only way to keep your health is to eat what you don't want, drink what you don't like, and do what you'd rather not. The reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated. The rule is perfect: in all matters of opinion our adversaries are insane. The trouble ain't that there is too many fools, but that the lightning ain't distributed right. The very ink with which history is written is merely fluid prejudice. There are basically two types of people: people who accomplish things, and people who claim to have accomplished things. The first group is less crowded. There are lies, damned lies and statistics. There is no sadder sight than a young pessimist. Thunder is good, thunder is impressive, but it is lightning that does all the work. Truth is the most valuable thing we have. Let us economize it. We have the best government that money can buy. What a wee little part of a person's life are his acts and his words. His real life is led in his head, and is known to none but himself. What is the difference between a taxidermist and a tax collector? The taxidermist takes only your skin. What would men be without women? Scarce, sir, mighty scarce. When angry, count to 4. When very angry, swear. When I was younger I could remember anything, whether it happened or not. When red-haired people are above a certain social grade their hair is auburn. When we remember we are all mad, the mysteries disappear and life stands explained. Wit is the sudden marriage of ideas which before their union were not perceived to have any relation. It is better to keep your mouth closed and let people think you are a fool than to open it and remove all doubt. It is curious that physical courage should be so common in the world and moral courage so rare. It is easier to stay out than get out. Loyalty to petrified opinion never broke a chain or freed a human soul. Loyalty to the country always. Loyalty to the government when it deserves it. Man, a creature made at the end of the week's work when God was tired. Man is the only animal that blushes, or needs to. My books are like water, those of the great geniuses are wine. Fortunately, everybody drinks water. Name the greatest of all inventors. Accident. Never put off till tomorrow what you can do day after tomorrow just as well. Nothing so needs reforming as other people's habits. Often it does seem a pity that Noah and his party did not miss the boat. Only kings, presidents, editors, and people with tapeworms have the right to use the editorial we dot and quat. Patriot, the person who can holler the loudest without knowing what he is hollering about. Principles have no real force except when one is well fed. Reader, suppose you were an idiot, and suppose you were a member of Congress, but I repeat myself. Soap and education are not as sudden as a massacre, but they are more deadly in the long run. The human race has only one really effective weapon and that is laughter. The human race is a race of cowards, and I am not only marching in that procession but carrying a banner. The lack of money is the root of all evil. Work is a necessary evil to be avoided.